Hi guys, so this one's the hip and back mobilisation workout. It's a nice low-key, on the floor workout where we're just mobilising the hip and the back, getting some movement going. Nice and relaxed, but still make sure you're controlling that breathing, core's braced, and we'll have a good workout. Right, so we're going to be starting off with a cat stretch. So coming onto our hands and knees, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're just going to take that back up towards the ceiling. Open up those shoulders, tuck in the chin, nice and relaxed. Few seconds there, ease yourself in, don't go mad on the first stretch. And then we reverse, so head up. Good, and again, take it a little bit further this time if you can. Open up those shoulders, tuck in that chin, centre of the spine up towards the ceiling. Draw in that belly button and reverse. Good, and again, last one of these. Stretch nice and high now, spine as high as you can. Good. And reverse. Lovely, and then we come to neutral spine, and we're going to do some tail wags. So small movements to start with, just tail wags, wagging that bum from side to side, mobilising the spine. And as you get a little bit looser, you can take it a little bit further. So making those wags a little bit bigger. And now we're getting that whole spine involved, top to bottom. Nice big snaking movements. Few more seconds of those, and back to centre. Then we're putting our hand on our temple, and we're going to open up the chest, not too far to start with, just 2 or 3 seconds in either direction, shoulders back, easing that body into the movement, and then you can start going a little bit further now. That's it, and now we're going as far as you can. Open up the chest as much as possible. Controlled breathing. Couple more. Excellent, and then we change sides. So same again, first couple, not too far. Allowing that body to get used to the movement. Smooth transitions from one direction to the other. And now we can start going a little bit further. Always keeping that core braced, controlled breathing. Good. And we're going as far as we can now, a couple more. Good. And then we're putting our hands back on the floor and we're sitting back on our heels, stretching our arms out, relaxing your head. Good. And then we're coming forwards, hips into the floor, head and shoulders up, shoulders back. Squeeze that bum, protect the back. Good. And again, sitting back on those heels, stretch your arms out. Relax the head, reaching those arms as far forwards as possible. Good, and coming forwards, hips into the floor, head and chest up, shoulders back, squeeze the bum. Lovely, and again, sitting back, relax the head. Good, and then from that position we're going to take our hands over to the left hand side of the mat, stretching our right hand into the corner, stay sitting on both. I apologise for the lack of sound during this part of the workout. So you keep stretching to the left hand side of the mat, and then from there you're going to walk your hands over to the right hand side of the mat, stretching the left side of the body. Stretching that left hand into the corner of the mat. Make sure you stay sitting back on both heels. And then you're going to walk your hands back to the center of the mat, stretching those hands as far forwards as you can. Make sure you relax your head. And then we slowly rise and come onto our sides. Our knees are up nice and high towards the chest. The bottom hand comes on top of the thighs to keep those down. The top hand's in front. And then we're reaching over the top. Again, not too far on the first couple. Allowing that body to get used to the movement. 2 or 3 seconds in either direction, watching that hand all the way to the back. Aiming the back of the hand towards the floor. And you can start going a little bit further now. Listening to that body all the time. Don't force it, but go a little bit beyond comfortable. Lovely, we do one more on this side. And once you finish that one, change sides. So same again, knees up nice and high, bottom hands on top of the thigh, top hands in front. And the first couple, not too far. That's it. And then you can start going a little bit further, watching that hand all the way to the back. Smooth, slow movements. And now we can start going as far as you can. We'll do a couple more. Good. And then once you finish that one, we're coming onto our backs. We're putting our hands out to the sides, keeping both shoulders down, feet and knees together. We're taking those knees over to one side. Just relax. Let them go, just let your knees go as far as they'll comfortably go. A few seconds there. And then bracing that core, we take the knees over to the other side. Again, just let the knees relax. Always breathing. Breathing's under control. Good. And bracing that core, we'll go over again, once more on each side. Lovely. And last one, over we go. Good. And then from there, we bring those knees back to the center, feet together. And we're just opening up those hips, trying to get the bottom of your feet together, knees either side. And if you want to, put a little bit of pressure on the inside just to open them up a little bit more. Only go a little bit beyond comfortable, you don't have to go too far. A few more seconds there. And then using those hands, bring those knees back together. Now we're going to take our left leg flat to the floor, and you can either grab the front or the back of your knee, and we're going to bring that tight into the chest, straight up as tight as you can. Keeping that left leg as flat to the floor as possible. Good. And then from there, we take the right knee out towards the right shoulder. Just opening that hip a little bit more. Don't force it. Good. And then you can either stay in that position or grab that right ankle with your left hand and bring the foot a little bit further up the body, opening up that hip a little bit more. Or as I say, just stay where you are. Breathe all the time. Good. And then we slowly relax that side. Right leg goes flat to the floor, and we bring that left knee straight up towards the chest. Again, either grabbing the front or the back of the knee, whatever's comfortable for you. Bring it as tight as you can towards the chest. Lovely. And then from there, we take that left knee out towards the left shoulder. Just open that hip a little bit more. Good. And then you can either stay there or grab that left ankle with the right hand and bring that foot a little bit further up the body, open up that hip a little bit more. Or just stay where you are. Few more seconds. Good, and we slowly release. Then we're going to come onto our sides and into a kneeling position. So we're going to put one foot in front of the other, so our back foot's on our toes, front knees at 90 degrees. And then we're going to start off just by tucking our bum under. That's it. And release. Good. And again, tucking under. Lovely. And then we're going to get that arm involved. So we tuck under, the knee that's on the floor, that arm comes up and reaches over the top. Open up that whole side into the hip. Good. And release. Just a couple more of those. So we're tucking under, reaching over. Good. And once more. Big tuck, big reach. Make sure you're breathing. Good. And then we change sides. So we're starting off again, just tucking under, open up that hip, chest's up. And release. Good. And again, tucking under. So we're just tilting those hips. And release. Then we get the arm involved, so the knee that's on the floor, that arm comes up, reaches over the top. Good. Couple more. Controlled breathing, tucking under, big reach over. Lovely. Once more. Big tuck, big reach. Good. And we're changing legs again. The back foot's flat, front knee's on at 90 degrees. Opposite hand comes onto the opposite knee, other hand's on the hip. And then we're twisting round towards the knee that's in front, looking over that shoulder. Shoulders back, nice, strong position. And forwards. Good. And again, if you want to, put a little bit of pressure on that front leg just to get round a bit further. Good. We're going to do a couple more of those. Getting as far around as you can, looking over that far shoulder, shoulders back. Good. And once more. Take this as far as you can now. Lovely. And we change sides last time. So hand comes across the body, opposite knee, other hand's on the hip, chest up. And then we're twisting round towards that knee that's in front, looking over that shoulder. Good. And back to the centre. And again, putting a little bit of pressure on that front knee if you can, just to get that body a little bit further round. Excellent. Two more. Good. Once more, getting as far round as you can, shoulders back, looking over that far shoulder. Good. And back to centre. Now we're going to come into a sitting position. And we're going to put the soles of our feet together, bring them as close to the body as you can, holding onto the feet, keeping those knees down, chest up, and we're just going to reach forwards, opening up that hip. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. Good, few seconds there. Try and relax the knees. Lovely, and release there. Now you can either stay sitting or come into a kneeling position, however you feel comfortable. We're going to relax the shoulders, close our eyes, and we're going to take 4 seconds to breathe in through the nose. We're going to hold for 2, breathe out through the mouth for 4, filling up the lungs with every single breath. So there's nothing else to do, just relax those shoulders and open up those lungs. Lovely, couple more. Once more, deep breath. Excellent. Once you finish that last one, you can slowly open your eyes and we're done. Good job, well done. Hope you feel nice and relaxed. Enjoy the day.